Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy birthday to you, even if it's not your real birthday, because every day is the first day of the rest of your life. Nope. Every day is a chance to celebrate life. I did this wrong yesterday, didn't I? Never mind. Anyway, happy birthday to you, even if it's not your real birthday today, because every day is an opportunity to celebrate life, and every day is your birthday if you choose to celebrate life. That's the word I was looking for, wasn't it? Every day is your birthday if you choose to celebrate life. And why wouldn't you want to celebrate life? It's wonderful. I'm out here in the woods today, and it is fantastic. However, this video today is in memory of Dilys Price, whose birthday it is today, and who sadly died, I think in the last year or so. I'm not sure exactly when, but yeah, it's very sad passing. I was looking forward to going skydiving with her one day, and part of the reason for this video is to celebrate that, and to celebrate overcoming fear and not letting excuses get in the way, and also to a certain extent not taking opportunities when they present themselves to you. As I could have chosen to go skydiving with Dilys. She was 80 odd or something, I think, one of the oldest skydivers in the world, possibly even the oldest skydiver in the world, and I think she started at something like 60, so it just goes to show what you can overcome if you really want to. She does some great talks. Go and search her down on the internet, go do a Google for Dilys Price. She's linked in the description below. So hello viewer, by the way, whoever you are, and if you're watching this, by the way, give me a hashtag replay. Tell me where you're watching from, tell me what you're up to today. Please make some comments below, because it really helps me get the word out and helps me to get to more people. I didn't realize this until today. Obviously I wasn't putting the links on here. That's why I'm going to add the notes with the Blinkist book of the day, by the way, which is really good today. It's called Loving Kindness, and it's all about understanding how you can extend loving kindness out into the world. And it's interesting because I had a message from my friend Anna in Hungary this morning, and she was talking about this. She's calling it unconditional self-acceptance, I think is what USA she was saying, and I was like, what the hell are you talking about, USA? What's that about? Unconditional self-acceptance, which is true. So accepting yourself, loving yourself, then extending that out into the world, and loving the people around you, and then extending that out and into the bigger world around you. And then the loving kindness thing has done the same thing. It's like say some mantras to yourself, saying may I have joy, may I have fun today, anything positive you can think about. It's like, may I have today, may I be successful today, may I meet some lovely people today, may I have some fantastic phone calls today. All these kinds of things that people can say to yourself, and then you can put that out into morning. And then you can put that out into the world, and so the people that you love around you, may they have fun today, may they enjoy their life today, may they have some good conversations today, and then as into the community, greater community around you, may they have love, may etc, etc, and you can just keep going on like this all the way through. And then you can of course go out to people you don't like as well, and say may they have kindness, may they have love, may they have, all this kind of stuff, and then out into the whole world. Go to the whole world. Hello Louise, good morning to you. And then push that out into the whole world, and then go into the universe as well. As an example, I did this a few weeks ago. An Australian lady did this to me. I wish I could remember her name so I could go back and thank her again. But yeah, she got me to do sort of many meditation, basically starting inside myself and seeing the light inside myself, and then sharing that to my family, to the community around me, to the local, my country, then to the world, and then to the universe, and just seeing myself expanding from this one dot, and seeing my connections to the whole universe, which just made me feel like, it made me feel almost unstoppable, and with no excuses and nothing holding me back, which is what we're going to talk about in a minute. But first of all, let's say happy birthday to the people whose real birthdays it is. Why not? Let's do that in the middle of all of this stuff. So happy birthday to Louise Hopkins. In fact, it's your birthday today. Happy birthday, Louise. Sorry, I missed that out because I hadn't done the happy birthdays. I'd forgotten it was your birthday today. Happy birthday, Louise. I hope you're well. Happy birthday to Mindy, who I met on a cruise in the Caribbean a while back. Love to see you again, Mindy. I must put you on my list of people to visit when I go to America. Rima, Chris Walker, the triathlon guy in Gibraltar, and Rod Hunt, and of course Dilys Price. Happy birthday to all of you today whose real birthday is today, and of course happy birthday to you if it's not your real birthday, because it is still the first day of the rest of your life. Oh, that's the word I'm missing out. Happy birthday. Welcome to the first day of the rest of your life. That's the line I keep missing out, yesterday and today. Welcome to the first day of the rest of your life, even if it's not your real birthday. You can celebrate it today with us anyway. We do this little breathing exercise. We blow out candles on our cake. So what we do is we just think of one thing we want to get done either in the next hour or in the next day, depending on how often you want to do it. Blow out the candle, clear out your lungs, breathe in via through your nose, Put his hand on your heart. Take his hand, light the candles in this hand while you're holding your breath. And then blow out the candles on this cake. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Louise. Happy birthday to you. Okay, so I hope you have a lovely birthday. And you can do that as often as you like. It helps get oxygen into your lungs and oxygen into your blood. And oxygen then the blood takes the oxygen into your brain and allows you to think more clearly. Take a short break in your day. A little mini meditation, if you like. And ideally, you want to do that 5 times in a row. There's a more extensive version of that which I teach in my courses, but that's just the start one. That's the freebie I give away for free. Okay, back on to excuses and reasons and why I can't do that. Which is not really why I can't, although I do use excuses as well myself. But it's basically what we all say. So this came from, is prompted by something that Robin Sharman said. It said, which made me think, when you say to somebody, because he actually said, get up at 5 a.m. and it's like, well, okay, for some people 5 a.m. is not too bad, but imagine trying to get up at 4 a.m. I don't think anybody really would realistically get up at 4 a.m. on a regular basis. It's just pointless. It's like, well, it makes no sense. It's like you have to go to bed at like 7 o'clock in the evening. It's like, why would you do that? But just imagine for a second that you have to get up at 4 a.m. every day, and your brain is probably going to go to you, I don't want to do, no, it's like, well, I can't do that because I've got to go to bed early, or I can't do that because I'll be tired for the rest of the day, and I can't do that. And these are all excuses. These are excuses that you're using as to why you can't do it. Whereas what you could do is you could take back the power and just say, no, I don't want to. I don't want to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Why would I do that to myself? That's insane. That's crazy. 5 o'clock, debatable. 6 o'clock, I get up at 6 o'clock every day. 6 o'clock is reasonable, I think, for most people. Especially if you want to get stuff done before anybody else gets up. Push it a bit further to 5 a.m, fine. 4 a.m. is like, okay, the only reason you're getting up at 4 a.m. in the morning is because you've got a flight at 6 a.m. and you've got to get to the airport or something. That's the only reason why you would do that, realistically. For most people, at least, anyway. So you use all these excuses. So you find these excuses. So try and think of something that in your life that you don't want to do, and you start to find excuses as to why you don't want to do it, as opposed to just saying, you know what, I'm going to take back the power. I'm not going to use excuses. I'm just going to say, I don't want to do it. I don't want to go to that party. I don't want to talk to that person. I don't want to do that job. I just don't want to do it. So I'm not going to. I'm going to choose not to. I'm going to take the power and I'm going to choose not to do that thing, rather than using excuses as to why you're not going to do it. Now, just to clarify as well, the difference between reasons and excuses, I always say that reasons are the reason why you didn't do something in the past. So you say, because a lot of people say, oh, you're just using excuses. And it's like, well, yeah, not really, because when you're talking about things that happened in the past, the reason it didn't happen is because of the reason. It's not an excuse as to why it didn't happen. It's the reason it didn't happen. And it has actually a reason in the past, because this didn't happen, and the reason it didn't happen is because of this thing that happened that stopped you from doing it. The problem, of course, then becomes if you push that forward into the future, and then you say, thanks, Manoj, by the way, always commenting. I love that. If more people would comment, that would be fantastic. Because then I can get more reach and more loves and all that sort of stuff. Well, give me a love as well. You can give me a love if you like. You can give me a like if you don't want to talk. That's fantastic too. So yeah, so you push those reasons. You take those reasons from the past, and then you start using them as excuses in the future. You start saying, well, I can't do that because I'm going to be tired, or I can't do that because I'm too short, or I'm doing that because I'm too tall, or I'm too weak, or I haven't got enough money. I mean, using it as an excuse. Whereas what you could do is you say, right, well, I think this might be a problem. This might be a reason why I can't do that. So what's the solution to that problem? What can I do to overcome that solution? Or the alternative is just to make the choice and say, do you know what? I don't want to do it. I don't need to find an excuse not to. I'm just going to say, no, I'm not going to do it. Take the power. Own yourself. Own your own life. Because we are super powerful beings, and most of us are just blocking our power. We're blocking our infinite potential by using excuses to stop ourselves from trying to do things that we maybe don't want to do. Good morning. Happy birthday, Louise. Thank you very much. I love you for that. Mwah! Big love for you on your happy birthday. And of course, Manoj has given you a nice little cake and is that a cocktail? Oh, it's a heart. It's a heart balloon. Absolutely. It's lovely when people's actual birthdays actually come in and watch me as well. That's fantastic. Because imagine people are so like overwhelmed with birthday wishes and things things to do on your birthday. Anyway, so we're all very powerful beings. Louise is a very powerful being. Manoj is a really powerful being, and we need to stop blocking ourselves from accessing that power and using that power going forward, and let go of our addictions to our excuses, to allow us to move forward and take choices that we want to do, take choices that empower us and make things a better way forward. Okay, cool. Nice to have a nice quiet day. I suppose it is a Thursday, isn't it? You got something planned for the weekend, maybe. I don't know. You don't have to celebrate. You can celebrate birthdays every day, like I do. Every day is your birthday if you choose to celebrate it. Ta-da! There we go. Blowing out the candles. Very quick version of that. What was I going to say? I can't remember what I was saying there. Oh, letting go of our excuses, our addiction to excuses, and letting go of our addiction to crisis as well. That's the other thing. So we're looking for crisis on the news because we're wired. We are, as human beings, wired to look for danger, look for things that might be stopping us from being safe, and that's what fear is. That's where the fear comes from, and that's why we use these. I don't want to do that because it's scary and fearful and so forth. So anyway, and that holds us back. And something else I heard this morning, which I thought was quite cool. I'm trying to remember that. I need to find an acronym for this because it's really good. Because a lot of people say fear is false evidence appearing real, and that is true. And some of you who have been watching my channel for a while will know that I've recently discovered I've got this rejection sensitive dysmorphia, which is part of my ADHD, or the ADHD that I'm struggling with. Anyway, whatever. Language, blah. Rejection sensitive dysmorphia. Absolutely. This is why I do these lives every single day, mostly for my own benefit, I'm honest, because it forces me to get out of the house. It forces me to have something that I have to do. Sounds like I don't want to do it, but it's useful for me to do. I listen to these videos from Evan Carmichael every day, which is usually like Robin Sharma this morning. I listen to the Blinkist book of the day, which is fantastic, halfway through at the moment. Looking forward to the other half on the way to run home. Gets me out into nature, gets me out in the thing. It gets me positive thinking, starts me off with a good kick for the day. So that's what I do. Why do they do these things exactly? And I encourage everybody else to do something similar as well. And that's what we do in the 7-day challenge, 7-day Kickstarter, rewire your brain for positivity challenge, which we are going to be doing eventually. And my 12-week, 6-month program, still trying to work out what that's actually going to be. Good. Thank you very much, Louise. That's very good of you. Thanks. Excellent. Yes, so fear, a lot of people say it's false evidence appearing real. And actually, quite a lot of the time, it's not necessarily false evidence. It's actually real evidence because you've had an experience in some point in the past that has led you to have the fear about the thing in the future. So the reason has happened, the reason you had this fear in the past then became an excuse as to why you're going to let that fear rule your life in the future. But something that Robin Sharma said, I think it was again this morning, he said, fear is actually an opportunity for bravery training. And I like that. I thought that was really cool because it turns it from a negative into a positive. False evidence appearing real, but actually this is an opportunity for bravery training. Remember we talked about the hula hoops. So you've got a hula hoop comfort zone. Take another hula hoop and put it down, overlapping the existing hula hoop, and then you can sort of slightly step into that other hula hoop and get yourself into a slightly different comfort zone, slightly different angle. So I can stand over here and go, yeah, I can still be on video over here. I could even be over here on video like this, and I could show you this over here, and I can still talk to you. It does make me feel slightly uncomfortable that you can't see me, but it's all possible. It's all possible. Yes, so overcoming that fear is a kind of a cool thing. And then the last little point before I wrap up was about Mandela, which is obviously he was in jail for a long time. Yes, exactly. Let go of the fear and do it anyway. Well, it kind of depends on what the fear is, and depends on what. Yeah, it's interesting. Yes, because sometimes the fear still exists because it's an unconscious thing, and it still exists when you're trying to do the thing, and then sometimes the fear can cause the thing to fail in the first place, and then give you a feedback loop that I see it failed anyway. So what happened to me when I had my fear of talking to women in social situations, I was so scared to talk to the women that even though I tried to overcome the fear and just do it anyway, they could sense the fear on me, they could see the timidness and the scaredness, and then they would reject me anyway, and then I'd say, I just proved the point. There's no point in talking to women in social situations because they always reject me. But a lot of the time they were rejecting me because of the fear that I was feeling, and I couldn't overcome that fear. I had to go through a process to build up to that. And then what I ended up doing was going to a place in London where they teach you how to have conversations with women better, and how to ask questions and how to listen and all those kind of stuff. And they taught us about having conversations without any judgment and without any expectations. Yes, so there's a process. Not always as simple as letting go of the fear and doing it anyway. Like I say to people, it's like asking somebody to hold a tarantula if they're scared of spiders. You can't just do that. You have to build up to it. You have to get past the reasons they have the restrictions in their minds in the first place, and then move forward from there. Anyway, I've probably run over my time now, which means I'm going to have to edit this down for Instagram, which I hate doing. But it's been a good session. Thanks very much, especially with interaction from Louise as well. It's been fantastic. Thank you very much, Louise. I hope you have a lovely birthday. Remember not to use your excuses from the past, no, your reasons from the past as excuses in the future. Release yourself from your addiction to your excuses and your addiction to crisis. Remember that you are a powerful being and that you can take back the power and choose what you want to do and choose what you don't want to do in the future. So make your own choices, take back the power, love your life. Thanks guys, thanks for watching. Sending you love, happy birthday. Remember, every day is your birthday if you choose to celebrate it. Mwah. Take care, bye bye, have a lovely Thursday and a lovely weekend, and hope you have a lovely birthday, Louise. Bye for now. And of course all the other people whose birthdays it is as well. Louise did Louise, there you go. Mindy, Jamie, Rima, Chris, Rod, and of course in memory of the wonderful and fantastic Dilys Price. Take care guys, bye for now.